Woman asks for female nurse during sensitive exam, gets social justice instead. Can a society progress too far? For one UK woman, the answer is a resounding yes. She learned the hard way that when a society champions itself as progressive, there are serious consequences, and those consequences can backfire at any given moment. One woman went in for a very private and personal cervical smear test and specifically asked for a female NHS nurse to administer the exam. What she got, however, was something entirely different, was something else entirely. According to the Times, the woman said she was embarrassed and distressed when a man with a deep voice summoned her for the intimate procedure. She explained that the nurse had an obviously male appearance, close cropped hair, and a large number of tattoos and facial stubble. The patient then voiced her concern and expressed there must have been some mistake. The nurse, however, let her let her know there was no mistake. My gender is not male, he said. I'm transsexual. Of course, the woman decided not to proceed with the exam. The woman told the Times it was weird when somebody says to you, my gender is not male, and you think, well, what does that even mean? You are clearly a man. The patient then sent an official letter to complain about the situation. She wrote, people who are not comfortable about this are presented as bigots, and this is kind of how I was made to feel about it. The NHS sent a formal apology to the woman. We apologized to this patient for the recording error, and because the staff member accepted they didn't manage the situation appropriately, the patient needed to feel listened to. Trust policy is to consider seriously all requests for clinicians of a particular gender. This incident, however, raises broader concerns as the UK's governing Conservative Party is considering proposals which would allow people to legally change their gender without a doctor's diagnosis. Opponents of this leg- opponents of the leg- Opponents of the legislation argue that allowing people to change their gender whatever, whenever they so desire would make instances like the one mentioned above more common. Politicians have not thought through all the implications of allowing self-certification, said James Caspian, a psychotherapist who specializes in working with transgender people. He also explained that these situations would occur more often if self-certification went ahead. He's absolutely right. Issues are bound to arise when you allow people to dictate their gender on a whim. This case is a prime example of such consequence. Sadly, though, these types of complaints must be soon must sadly these type sadly though these types of complaints may soon be commonplace, and those who do not accommodate requests like the one mentioned in this article, accusations of hate crimes, or at the very least hate speech, will likely become commonplace as well. So can a progressive society so can a progressive society progress too far? Absolutely. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem as if anyone is stepping on the brakes. I gotta go out and shovel snow. But the problem is, these people, you need to treat these people, like the gays, you know, like the gay people say, oh, what is it your business? What we do behind closed doors. See, that's the problem. You have to shame these people publicly. You have to shame them like this male nurse and tell him you're a man. If you can't do that. You can't identify as something else. That's just it's nonsense. If you want to do that in your own home, feel free to do that in your own home. But if you're out in public, okay, if you're out in public, okay, leave that stuff. Stop it. Get out. If you're out in public, leave that stuff. At home. Okay? Leave the gender identity as, not male at home, and Be a grown up. Be a grown up human being, okay? That's it. That's right. It has gotten out of control. It needs to stop.